Our research started when we were doing the scoping visit in May. When we did that in Plumtree, in Karoi, I think we spent 5 days in each. We just getting to understand, going into the marketplaces, talking to your street vendors. I think some of you we did talk to you when we were doing the scoping visit. Right? So I'm going to talk about the law on the books before maybe my friends will then talk about what we did together in terms of especially the law on the ground when we were doing the survey. Okay, so the law on the books, right? Just to have an understanding, the easiest one, ZCIEA launched a book, a paralegal manual. So that manual contains all the laws. So we're talking about the constitution, we're talking about the bylaws, different laws that regulate or affect my street vendors. So we took all those laws and put it in that one book. And that book has been launched. I'm sure we will do another popular version where it's smaller, where you can understand also in your language. So the reason is to understand what are the laws before we then go on to the other researches. So first one, scoping visit, and then we did this one which you might not have seen it because it was at the background when someone is researching and writing it down. So that was the second part on the first page, the second step. And then the third one, urban governance. People were learning about urban governance. We want to, when we did the interviews with the authorities, just to understand who is sitting in the finance, the
when we started the urban governance thing in Plumtree, we went with Tapiwa as a team to the local authorities. Firstly, we talked to the town secretary, and we were given a permission to go and talk to other offices. So first we went to the housing director, and he gave us a community services officer. After interviewing the community services officer, we then went to the law enforcement, which is the municipal police. From the municipal police, we also talked to the administrator. From the administrator, we also talked to the finance director, just to understand how they work with the vendors and traders within Plumtree town. So we were given different answers from different departments.
The same applies to Karoi. We went with Madam Chakapapasi. We wanted to find out the community service. We then found out the place where you want allocation of space, that's where you go. If you finances are responsible for those 10 rands, for those $1 penalty or no penalty. So this was having to understand who is making the decisions and in what department are they in. Also to just allocate when someone wants to have a license, they know where to be able to go. And then the last one, which my friends will be able to share, is the law on the ground. So you will notice the difference. The law on the books is something that is written, it's on paper. So they will explain what they did in terms of the law on the ground. Since you are very young, if you minute so that we go to that one. Very short, what you did.
Palo on the ground, Sagaita a survey, Yatikaita, which is a 3-day survey, and then 2 days Bataita and the focus group. But 3 days, maybe no come back to another Chaka, Vunzana, the Batka and paper, and change question, 50 questions. Tichifamba, Tichivunza, street vendors, cannot issue vendors. Tinoziva sei maererano nezvemitemo kana kuti nemibvunzo yakatina.
Okay, so we interviewed some of you about the focus group discussions, and for our interviews, in terms of license, what in peace and police on a day-to-day basis, then focus group discussions puts us for now
particular research takaona kuti vanhu vazhinji vanga vasingatozive mitemo havatoziva the laws on the books. So law on the books inolinka ground nokuti law on the ground omalaws avaita vari paground. Saka vanhu vazhinji vaitwa vakatoshandisa kuona kuti vanise zvinhu zvizhinji zvavaitwa vanga vasingatozviona kwanisa kutaura kuti this is not the law.
Takati taita maresearch takazowana kuti vanhu vakawanda vanga vasingazivi mitemo inofanira kuitika paground, ende vamwe vanga vari kuiga kuti vazive kuti chii chatofanira kuita. Ende takabva tatanga kuvaeducate unofanira kutiwa zvakadai kana kuti for example kutengesera panzvimbo dzamunenge makapiwa nekatsi. Vamwe vanga vasingatozivi vachitongotengesera everywhere. Saka patando yanga yanyaya yekuti takachizovadzidzisa kuti munofanira kuenda kunzvimbo dzakapiwa nekatsi.
Without making much, because we're not going to discuss much in this, we just wanted to give you feedback on what we did. So this is the last part where the law on the ground, like my comrade was saying, is now trying to find why what is written. For instance, we talked about the issue of the penalties, right? The receipts that are written in penalties. Whereas maybe in their laws, or the 10 rand issue in Plumtree, where if you want to ask them what law have you used to charge us the 10 rand, they might not be able to tell us. So that means there's nothing written about the 10 rand in any law which they make up, which is that this is the law that is on the ground. But what the law says is maybe only the license, $40, or the presumptive tax, and not other things. So these are the researches that we did. First scoping visit, and then after the scoping visit, there was someone in the background, a lot of people that were researching all the laws and compiled them to become what we call the law on the books. And then after that, that's when we did an interview for town councils, which we call the urban government, to understand how they work. And then the last part of that was to go through the law on the ground, just to understand what is written and what is really happening on the ground. That then comes to what we are doing today, to validate all this work that these people and yourselves are able to contribute. Okay, so maybe